here on our program On Point, and today we speak with Mr. Davis, Mrs. Adley, and Mr. Saunders. And Bianca is here today, and she is very excited about the Humanity United Global Project. And Mrs. Adley, you're teaching people, young people how to cook, right?
Yes, sir.
You do it every day?
Every day of my life I cook.
You cook every day?
Every
But
day.
you're teaching people to cook?
Of course I do.
Very good, very good. And men and women, eh? Or young boys and girls?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have them both, female and male.
Mm-hmm.
So the cooking class feeds all of us at the end of the session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The cooking
that's how they
class,
perfect it.
so once young people are involved in the project every day,
They're responsible for the everyday meal after all the classes end.
who is responsible?
The cooking class which teaches,
I see.
right? So
Okay.
that's how they perfect their talent.
So what time do you cook?
What time?
Yeah, what time of the day?
Well, breakfast, I try to be there for at least 6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be able to have breakfast for the time when the children are going to school. And I start my cooking 3 o'clock when they come from school, because I have them in the classroom showing them how to do different things.
Now, you said that you have some parents who are struggling with these young children as well. So you're cooking for parents as well as students?
We cater to the whole man.
The whole man.
community.
It's sad now that you brought that up, where when we feed some of the kids, sometimes I'll watch them not eat, and then we'll question, why you not eating? Because they want to take the food home for their parent to make sure their mommy or dad has something to eat. That's what we're dealing with every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Let's talk about funding and how you're sustaining this program.
Well, everything is out of our pocket. We collectively come together. We try to come up with creative ingenuity ways in which we can meet the demands. Maybe have a cookout, car wash, or something of that nature. And that's what's been keeping us afloat. Sometimes we put the festivals together, and if any earnings or profit from festivities events, we then try to put it on the rent. And so every day we live by the day, not knowing how it's going to end, but miracles happen. And that's another thing, if I might say. Starting Humanity, I've seen a better, more work and development in my life from supernatural. I've been a believer just holding on to the program, because many events, many situations would be agreed indoor and at executive meetings saying that's what we're going to execute, and thinking the impossibilities, God comes and just remove it. He makes all the impossible possible. And I've come to understand what it truly meant through the sentiments. You put one step forward, and He do 10 or 20 steps.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there a religious component to this?
Well, Ms. Adley, right here. She's my spiritual advisor to the program. So as a young man, when I'm discouraged, to see people who I know can assist, and I'm networking with them, they don't exist, I usually cry upon her shoulders, and from those cries, she, get on her knees. And I've seen her get on her knees many times, and when she get on her knees, it works. I mean, it actually works.
So you trouble the throne?
That's my life.
That's your life?
That's my life.
Troubling the throne.
Yes.
And you see God coming through for you, eh? And
Yes,
for the program.
Yes, I do all the time. Yes, He never failed me yet.
You never failed me yet.
He has never failed me yet.
You know, that is a popular Family Island sound. You know that. You're from the Family Island, right?
No, I'm not.
You're not
I'm
from,
right here in Nassau.
you born right in Nassau?
Right here.
And you know the sound, He never failed me yet.
Yes, I
I'm
do.
sure.
Mr. Jones, if I might too, we want to start in 2019 a media class. If your contribution could be educating those kids, or even allowing them an opportunity maybe once a month to come behind the scene of JCN, that could be impactful too. We could create new Wendell Jones in the midst for the next decade. So you, in the same spirit such as myself, I present that opportunity to you and see if you're willing to embrace it on behalf
Oh yes,
of
no
national
problem
development.
at all. You know, we We have a whole lot of young people who we assist from time to time, and we'd be very pleased to help as best we can, wherever we can. You know, I need to come to Camp Road to find out place number 113 or 311.
Backwards, right.
Backwards and forward.
Backward and forward. So it's numbered backward and forward?
No, we just put a spin to it.
113.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't remember 113, 311.
311.
Will be the backwards.
At the back.
So where's this place located?
Right on the main Camp Road. Let's see this.
It's the old Sylvia Scrivener and the old Loretta Butler headquarters.
Okay.
Two-story building.
A two-story building.
Yes.
And
How can people contribute or volunteer if they would like to be a part of this?
Well, they can contact us through email. It's Commonwealth Humanity United at gmail.com, or it's 423-6925, or Ms. Adi, you can put your number.
455-2126.
Mm-hmm.
Is there stuff that you need for the pantry or for any kind of assistance in helping that people could donate?
Oh, yes, we do. At the present time, we would really love for people to really see how well they can assist us with getting. Right now, we need a fridge and we need a stove, and we also need some chairs and tables. And on the top of the list, we need some computers.
You little shy, you know. Talk so people could contribute. You need
not shy,
you
Mr.
need food, right?
I need food, but right now,
In cases of food.
Yes.
cases and
To
cases
feed
upon
200
cases
kids a
of
day?
food.
Right.
But as it stands right
So
now,
tell people what you
looking
need.
at
This is
the
a
more
very-
bigger end of it. Right now, we can get the food, but getting the food without anything to really save these food and to keep these food safe,
Right.
we need these equipment.
Okay, you need refrigeration.
We need refrigerator, we need stove, and also
Freezer.
we need a freezer. And
You don't have any freezer now?
No, we don't, not at this present.
You don't have a
Down
fridge
the
now?
renovation, the last office we were in, when we had left the stuff and came back, it was gone.
Someone stole the stuff.
So we have to start all over. And that's the situation we find ourselves,
So you're bringing the food from home every day?
basically.
Basically,
Yes.
what I
Yeah.
can't find from home,
Mhm.
I shove in my hands in my pocket, or I go to places where I know, like Great Commission and other places, and I try and find what I can find and take back to feed the children.
Okay.
And also, sometimes we have people on the streets, passing on the streets, and they'll come and say, well, I don't have anything to eat, could you give me something to eat? So we feed them also. I go and I try to find clothing. So if the children come to the classes and they're not properly dressed, we get them clean up and dress them up too.
Mhm.
We just want to make sure that at the end of the night, they are feeling comfortable knowing that they had something to eat and they are clean.
Yeah. And you know where these children come from in terms of where they live?
Yeah, that's what the application form.
Okay,
all
so
the-
so do you visit them?
Yes, we do.
Mhm.
Especially if there's a social ill that we notice, we try to see how, in an expeditious manner, we try and meet with the parents to try to solve that.
When you say social ill, you're talking about?
It could be someone who could say, maybe I have a situation at home and I need you to look into it. We have a lot of kids who come to us and really open up to us.
But you have a number of volunteers then?
Volunteers in which
In
regard?
terms of people who work with you, because
Yes.
yes,
These are not just us.
Right, I'm
Yeah,
sure,
we have a
yes.
whole lot of people. Ms. Thompson, we had Mrs. Green. She couldn't make it today. We had Dr. Pratt. We also had, who else I'm missing? Mr. Culmer, also Kirkland Culmer. He's a good guy. And a few others who would have came and assist in terms of the classes and keeping some administrative value to the organization.
now that is Camp Road, Elizabeth Estates. The people from Elizabeth Estates, they don't come to Camp Road to be fed.
No, but what we're going to do, hopefully within this year, we're going to see if we can join the communities through maybe social recreational events. And so it'll be a collaborative force where we could then show the nation our strength and the human trafficking within the organization and support.
So the feeding program is only in Camp Road then?
That's right, yeah, because we're looking for individuals willing to sponsor in these various areas the after-school program. Camp Road was the first. We're looking to take that to the rest of the communities.
Okay.
Because we saw the effectiveness it had in one community, which was Camp Road.
And you say right now in Camp Road you are catering to about 200 young people?
Yes, sir.
And
counting.
And counting.
We have people from Wolf Road. Where are some of the kids who told they're from?
Down in the Grove.
The Grove. All them come catch bus after school to be a part of our program. That's how we see if it takes off in other communities, the important it is. You see, so we have kids even out of Camp Road being a part of that, and then afterwards we make sure they get home. We also need a jitney. We need a bus. We don't have that because when we take them out on field trips, we had pool parties. Every Sunday we try to go to a church because a lot of them never been to a church. Sad to say, and so we're trying to bring those ancient values which our society wants out back to this modern generation. And we always have to come out of our pocket to rent a bus, and it's costly. So having the headache to parent, having the headache for field trip, having the headache every day to feed them, clothe them, it's a lot, like a whole lot. And I'd be a part of a nation when they say young people not into anything, and I cut on the radio and hear people having Bear Fest giving $50,000, or the Number House giving 100 something, 200 something, and it's an insult. Totally.
Well, you need to reach out to these people.
Tired reaching out, tired sending letters, tired trying to call even when you get the cell phone. Some people have two personas, a public persona and a private persona. And if you don't catch people on camera, they're not into anything. That's just how it is. And I've discovered that at a young age, dealing with national matters.
Well, this is a ministry for you, isn't it?
This is a ministry
and
for
for
my
you.
nation.
Yes? This is a ministry. And so you can't worry about people who do not give. You just you keep on going, eh?
Yes.
You keep on going.
Yes.
It's painful.
It's the joy.
It's the joy that you get out of it.
The joy of getting it.
Yes. And you are the unsung heroes and heroines of our time. You know, the people who are in the community just making it happen. People don't know about these things, but you make it happen every day, don't you?
We're in the arena, we're in the fight.
In the arena.
We're getting
Man in the arena.
right, we're getting bruised, we're getting knocked out, but we're getting back up and we're standing for more.
Yes.
We're not giving up.
Yes.
We will not capitulate.
Yes. That is the way it ought to be. And you're not looking for any recognition,
Certainly not.
right? You just want to help, right, Mrs. Adley?
That's my goal. If I can help somebody as I journey along, my life living will not be in vain.
Starting in communities like Camp Road and other areas I've mentioned, you don't go looking for recognition. You know you're going to face challenges. No recognition in that. What we realize in going to these communities, it really pulls out the best out of us. I tapped into characters that I didn't even think I possessed, but just going in there with a mind and a bigger spirit to say we're going to make it happen. Yeah, it really gives you a whole new outlook, aspect.
You are driven just to make a difference, eh?
Certainly.
Just to make a difference in the lives of people.
Yeah, because when I die, I want to be resurrected again. And I think Humanity United Global Project is a program that will resurrect us and giving up ourselves while we are alive. So our unborn generation to come will hear about us and live through our program.
And how long has it been in operation again?
2012.
From 2012. That is commendable. So you're talking about going on 7 years, yes?
Yes, sir.
And you see you're making progress and making a difference. I'm sure you are, because you're speaking to about hundreds of children who are attending these after-school classes, sewing classes, Spanish, cooking,
Driver's ed.
dance classes.
14-year-old driving nowhere now, so their parents can't afford and they can go somewhere and sit behind a wheel and actually drive. You know, we're changing lives as we go.
You're even offering boxing, right?
Correct, yes.
That's a nice way to get out your aggressions. And
Yes.
everything also. And he has a lot of other plans where he wants to take this, like a community newspaper, you know, where you're honoring the students that are achieving stuff in school and the things that are going on that might not make our local newspapers, but you have it in the community so you could praise these people or wish them a happy birthday or whatever it may be. So there's lots of wonderful ideas that he'd like to do.
I don't want you to shut us down here and we're going to push a community newspaper because I know you're in the business of yeah, but it'd be important if I can lean from you to get some more wisdom in that field. So you can be proud in a decade later looking at many of your prodigies and people who you pour yourself into.
Yeah. So tell me, the young people who participate in these projects, in this project, they are attending school, right?
Yes, all of them.
What happens when they graduate or when they leave school?
Well,
Do they come back and give assistance, or you don't see them?
Well, they come back, and some you don't see. Jesus helped the many, and how many turn back and thank the Lord? One. So few come back, but we really don't look for them to come back because we try to really equip them in the state we find them, better them, and if they don't come back, we know wherever they are, they're ambassador to the cause, the greater cause. And this is why we enroll them in corporate societies, or we try to integrate the program with establishment we can hire them or see some potential in them. So that's our purpose, the better each child, each community, each generation.
This is almost a full-time...
It is, not almost. Almost is an understatement, yes.
It's a full-time job for you.
Yeah, it's full-time life because it cannot pay. The only payment you get is to see a reward of a turnaround.
Yeah, but how do you sustain yourself?
Sustain myself. That's how.
Mrs. Adley?
I'm a married woman, Mr. Jones.
Okay, you're
I have
married.
a husband,
Okay.
so he was to sustain.
He had to got to take care of you, I understand. All right. But in terms of your own personal development, Mr. Sanders, you ain't been saying much.
That the people that say less do more.
People who say let's do more.
So I work in the field of carpentry, you know, construction, building, environmental cleaning in terms of roads, parks, playgrounds, and landscaping, all of it. I do basically all of it. Roofing.
Yeah, in regards to what you've just mentioned, Humanity also went out there and we got a business license so that we can try to accumulate some contract to really bring some stimulus to the kids' life. So we're not just looking at one angle. We try to cover all angles to be effective. But sad to say we never got one contract. So on that note, if JCN needs individuals to clean the verges, secure the yard, paint the building, we have kids who would love to do that, and your money will be effective in programs such as this.
Well, you know, your appeal should be to the wider community, so that people in the wider community can come and give you support, and if they need certain chores done, that Humanity United Global Project might be able to do that, right?
Certainly.
Yeah. And you can, the members of the public can come on Kemp Road to building 113 or 331, and they can find you or Mrs. Adley and make contact, right?
Certainly.
Very good.
Yes.
I also want to thank Mrs. Bianca Nygard. I met her when we was ordering our dad in the Kalani constituency, where we had fed the whole area from Bahama, go back to Laifiki, who had showed up for the Christmas function. And he's a wonderful family, and whenever I call upon her, she always makes herself available, and hopefully to work stronger with her in 2019 moving forward. But it's a pleasure you giving us an opportunity to speak to the nation and to address our concern. So I thank you so much. And Mr. Jones, I also want to thank you for being the door, the light, the way to the larger community like you just alluded to.
Yeah, so you honored her father recently?
Yes.
It
In
was
Kalani.
2013.
2013, okay. Very good. Some of your people went to the Key?
Oh, it was held at Gambia.
No,
Okay.
Gambia Community Park.
Or was that at Gambia Community Park?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, I remember.
Well, I hope to, like I say, work close to you because you might be on our honor list come 2019. So.
Well, thank you so very much. Thank you for being here today, sharing this story. It's a powerful story of what you do. And I certainly hope that you get support from members of the public who can make donations to the cause. And hopefully, Mrs. Adley, you can get that deep freeze and that refrigerator and that stove and some computers.
Chairs.
And some
Tables,
chairs
And tables.
and tables.
Can we say the number again, just in case
Yes.
someone missed it earlier? 423-6925, Commonwealth Humanity United Globe, just GLOB@gmail.com.
Very good.
Yes, 455-2126, Mistress Adderley.
Very good.
And they can find you on Facebook.
Yes.
Also, there's a Facebook page.
Page, correct.
Okay, on Facebook, look for
Humanity United Global Project.
Humanity United Global Project. Thank you, Mr. Davis, Mr. Saunders, and Mrs. Adley. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
good
you very
guest.
much, too.
Thank you.
Bianca.
Thank you for watching and listening to our program. Good evening, everyone.